She made this t-shirt that says, I heart Aaron.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's me, Everything Media. I'm gonna change the name to this YouTube channel real soon. I just don't know when, but I thought about it. So my main channel is called Everything Track. I talk about track and field related topics and also vlog myself and my track journey as well. But on this channel, it's my secondary channel, and I thought about it. I'm not really putting any videos on this channel, so what can I do to make this channel exciting, right? So I thought about it. I'm gonna talk about my Marine Corps boot camp story, okay? So I'm gonna talk about the whole story from like MEPS, all right, so like when I MEPS and recruiter to me actually graduation, like, you know, so there's gonna be a whole series. I haven't seen any other YouTubers do anything like this before. I heard them talk about their stories, but I'm gonna make this like video by video by video about my stories. And I'm gonna try to keep these videos 10 minutes long. So actually I need to check it right now. Well, keeping up. So this is gonna be the first one. This is gonna be my Marine Corps boot camp story part 1, okay? So to make sure that this also gets out to people, make sure you subscribe as well, and like the video. I already like the video more than subscribe, because when you like the video, that's how the YouTube algorithm puts it out to other people, at least from my other channel that I have, my main channel, Everything Track. And also if you like track and field content, you can go subscribe to that one and check that one out as well. Almost at 5K subscribers. I had the channel for about a year now, so 5K subscribers in about a year, that's pretty good. I'm trying to make some changes on there as well. But anyways, we're gonna start from start to finish, all right? So this is gonna be part 1. So all right, so here we go. Okay, so I had to find the messages from my recruiter because I wanted to make sure I actually get what he said. Okay, so first of all, it's 2016, first year of college. I'm in college right now at the time. It's fall season. I said fall season. It's fall semester. I'm at Jones JUCO College, studying computer network technology, right? That's what I got my degree in. So what happened was I was in school, and I remember vividly, I don't know if I want to say my teachers' names and stuff like that, but I was in my teacher's classroom. We were doing notes or whatever, and we were doing like our own work. We were doing like, it's like NetAcad. I think we were doing network implementation or whatever. I can't remember what class it was. But anyways, what happened was I was in class, minding my own business, talking to my friends and all that stuff, just doing our homework at the time. We were like, y'all wanna go to Raising Cane's right after? So like literally like we had the day planned, or at least I thought I had the day planned. So I got this text, and the time seems wrong. I don't remember it being 7:51, but I got a text at 7:51 that day. And I'm gonna read off what my recruiter said. And by the way, I was not looking at joining the military. I didn't even know what the Marine Corps was. Like no joke. Like I remember seeing the billboards and stuff like outside on the you know, like on the billboards, right? I remember seeing the posters on the billboards, but I don't remember anything about the Marine Corps, like any of that stuff. I knew Army, obviously. I had a lot of family in the Army. My parents they both went to USM. You know, they were college. So I didn't really, sorry, I was looking outside. I didn't really have any intentions of joining the military at all. So what happened was, he texted me, and here's what he said. I was wondering, have you ever thought about military service as a possible option for yourself? And check this out. I'll be real with you. This is September 18th, 2016. I'm like just started college, right? So check, I'm 25 now. So like this has been a while. So that's why I want to talk about this stuff. So check this out. At the time, I was like, who is this man? Like, who's this like, random dude? Shout out my, I think he's, I don't know what rank he is now, but at the time he was a Sergeant Michelle. I don't know who he was at the time. I just remember this random guy texting me talking about some recruitment. Like, man, you don't get on my face, bro, telling some recruitment. But anyways, I was like, okay, all right, so I texted him. I said, no sir, haha. Me back then. No sir, haha, sorry. I'm in college studying computer networking, and if there is an option where I could use that in the military, I would, but combat wise, no sir. So check this out. I was one of those guys. I did not know that you had MOSs and stuff like that, or branches in the Army. The way they say in the Army, you have branches, MOSs, whatever, same thing. I did not know that it was like you had like admin, supply clerk, and intelligence specialists, and people that fix ACs, people that work on supercomputers, people that work on drones, people that work on aircrafts like aviation, motor T, artillery. I didn't know about all that. All I knew was what I saw on TV and my uncles and like people. I just knew about I just knew, bro, like what you guys did. You're 18, 19 years old, 17 years old. I mean, unless you came from a extensive military background, but even then you probably still don't know. So at the time, he had texted me back. And I promise you, what probably happened was I probably didn't see his message until I actually got to school, because I remember seeing the message at school. But anyways, combat is not the only or first option that you have by joining the Marine Corps. Yes, there are many computer-related jobs in the Marine Corps. All right, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. That might be like part 7. And especially your college now, there might be a possibility for you in some of the officer program in the Marine Corps. All right, so now that I know better, I kind of wish I would have did that first. I wish I would have just finished. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. I like the way, I think everything happened for a reason, and the Marine Corps definitely helped me out in general. I'm sorry if I keep looking down. It's like I'm looking at my phone, but the Marine Corps definitely helped me out in general in my civilian life. But I still wish I would have did it differently. If you know what I'm finna let you all know why. Maybe like in part 30 or whatever. But anyways, he was like, "Have you ever heard of the Marine Corps Reserve?" And I said, "No, sir, I haven't." I'm like, "Bro, what is the reserves?" Like, all right, so basically the reserves is National Guard, basically, except in the reserves it's federal, and National Guard it's state funded. So the governor, me, Joe, President Joe, that guy. So the reserve program is for a guy like you who wants to further education. First of all, you get to stay home and continue your schooling and make some extra money. I'm reading directly, I'm reading what you see right here. First of all, you get to stay home and continue your schooling and make some extra money. What I like to do is get with you face to face and tell you more about options that may be available for you. The time is off because I don't remember texting this guy at 8 o'clock at nighttime. And I was like, all right, then that'll work. Okay, he asked for my phone number. I gave him my phone number. Okay, so what happened was we called, and I think I know what happened. What happened was we called, or he called, I gave him my number, and we were talking on the phone, like hard accent. I'm talking about he speaks French. So if I remember correctly, he's from the islands or something like that. Whichever one of those countries, not Nigeria, I can't remember, not Jamaica. Anyway, he's from one of those countries down there on the coast of Central America. The majority black country, the one that got colonized by the French back in the day. That's where he's from. So he spoke French, but his accent was strong. So anyways, we were on the phone and I got with him, and basically we're just talking about it, and he asked me about somebody else. So I don't really have to read that anymore, so I'm gonna tell you all what happened after that. So basically, in my head, for some reason, I was like, you know what? I like school, and I do want to get out the house. I was like, you know what? I'm 18 or whatever. I'm starting college. College is cool and all. I just started college. Come on, man. But I was like, you know what? So I do kind of want to get out the house, so I'll do it. Why not? I ran track, went to state every year. I'm very athletic. I remember when I first went in there, I started doing 19. I was like, no, I think I was doing 15 pull-ups. I could do 20, 25 when my max or whatever. But even now, I'm at 6 feet, 200 pounds. Well, 205. I can still do 20 pull-ups. So pull-ups, running, that was never a problem. So what happened was, we talked about it. I hadn't watched this video. They make you watch a video of the Marine Corps, and I remember I was sitting in the recruiter's office, and he had me watch that video. And when I was watching that video, it ended, and after that he came up to me and talked to me. He's like, so he asked me about what I'm studying and all that stuff again. We're just chilling. I did the practice ASVAB, and I think on the practice ASVAB I made a 44, so it wasn't that high. But it was high enough. So I want to do Intel, right? So I said I want to do Intel. So I did the practice ASVAB, and it was a 44. So it was high enough, but not what I wanted. So we went and did the real ASVAB anyway. So what happened was I took the real ASVAB. I went to New Orleans, took the real ASVAB, and I made a 50. And that wasn't really high enough for me. I want to get a little bit higher. So from that point on, I was a pulley. By the way, this is like September, right? So I was a pulley. I became a pulley from September to October to a little bit of November. I took the ASVAB again in November. I didn't really study too much because I was in school and I was working at Toys R Us at the time, so I didn't really get to study too much. But anyways, I redid it again and I made a 55, and my GT score for it was high enough, so I made a 55 on my ASVAB. GT score was 102. I need to redo it again because I need a 110 to go officer route. I'll get to that later, like way later down the line if y'all want to know about that. So it was high enough for Intel school. It was like November 3rd or something like that, and next thing you know, you go in there, you swear in the oath or whatever, and back in New Orleans again, and I get hit with admin. They have like the admin people, and I remember the lady, she told me, I don't remember what rank she was or any of that stuff. I didn't really know back then. I was, but I remember she told me, she was like, all right, your ship out date's December 3rd. I'm talking about I had like 3 weeks, bro. Like I took the ASVAB, passed it. I mean, I passed it the first time, but I wanted a higher score. Passed it again, and she said I'm leaving out in 3 weeks. Bro, I was like, are you serious, man? So because I was reservist, they wanted to get us out the way at the time back in 2016. So I'm shipping out the boot camp December 4th, 2016. So, just still working on my endurance again. And again, I just came off the state championships for tracks, 1600 meters, 800 meters, 400 meters, and the 4x4. So I was technically, my endurance is good, but 3 miles, running 800 meters and a mile is not the same as running 3 miles. But I got my 3 miles under 20 minutes. So my 5K time was in the high 19 minute range. So I was good. So from that moment on, I took those 3 weeks, say goodbye to some of my friends and family, not really too many. I didn't really tell a lot of people actually. And at that point, I shipped out. So that's gonna be part one. Well, part two, if you all like the video, again, if it gets the views or whatever, and y'all like it and share it, part two is gonna be what happened when I got to the airport all the way to my first week of processing to in boot camp. I'll let you know how that went, because now that's when it gets interesting. But again, if you like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all later. All right, peace.